Hey guys, it is I, Kuroninja, and today I'm going to be giving my first impressions on Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, now that enough information has been revealed. I can't think of anything else to say, so let's just get to the video. Alright, so remember in my last video about Zenkaiger when I predicted that the team would start out with only one ranger and the other four are the mecha? It turns out that my prediction came true. Kind of. Even though the Kikainoids transform into the mecha of the series, they are still the same scale as Zenkaiger when they're in their humanoid forms. I guess my prediction did come true, but the bad news is that I'm gonna have to watch the entirety of the Earth Zero Kuroninja's favorite anime, Data Live. And I do not like watching anime. Anyway, let's talk about the individual rangers, starting with the main focus of the team, who, thank goodness, is not a Red Ranger. Unfortunately, his name is not Sora, it's Kaito. Now, even though his name isn't Sora, I still think Zenkaiger will be one of my favorite characters solely because he isn't a Red Ranger. But before I thought this team would be perfect, this team has a Red Ranger. Our first of the four Kikainoids is Juran. I already don't like this guy, not just because he's based on Zoo Ranger, not just because he's a Red Ranger, but also because of his personality. I think the idea of his character is that he thinks he's some kind of cool uncle to the team, but in reality he's like one of those old guys who try too hard to relate to younger people. I think that's a great idea for a character, but the fact that he's a Red Ranger based on Zoo Ranger brings me bad memories of. And that's why Juran is the worst of the Zenkaigers. But now let's talk about the Yellow Ranger. Gaon is okay, I guess. I feel like he's gonna be a fan favorite because he likes animals as part of his personality. And he also reminds me of this anime that I've heard about. I've never actually watched the anime, but based on the title alone, I think it has something to do with high school and Dungeons and Dragons. I have no idea what to say about the Pink Ranger. I think her name is Majinu or something. She seems okay, I guess. And finally, we've got Vroon, the Blue Ranger. I think his personality is that he's curious about a lot of things, and I think that fits the show very well because of how Zenkaiger involves parallel universes and stuff. He's also based on Bokenger, one of my favorite seasons besides Kaku Ranger and Lupin Ranger vs. Pata Ranger. Also, I have a feeling that Vroon will be a breakout star in Zenkaiger, leading to this moment where Blue Rangers will become more relevant starting from this year. Anti-Kuroninja wants to call this moment the Aoi Renaissance, but I think he's gonna get over it before it even gets over. Now, overall, the Zenkaigers are a decent team. I'm kinda disappointed that there's only one human character, and also because Haruna Sato isn't in Zenkaiger. But the show hasn't started yet, so there's still a chance that Haruna Sato can appear in an episode of Zenkaiger. I also noticed that there isn't any Green Ranger or Black Ranger, even though green is one of the most commonly used colors in a Sentai team. Zenkaiger's suit also has some green in it, so I think there will be a Green Ranger in the series. Also, another thing I want to talk about is the trailer. It showed Zenkaiger getting his power from none other than the very first Red Ranger in Super Sentai, Aka Ranger himself. Not only that, but Aka Red, the worst Sentai Ranger ever, was nowhere in sight. Now, I'm really excited for Zenkaiger, and I think it's gonna be a great Sentai season, especially because the face of this team is not a Red Ranger for once. However, we should probably keep our expectations low for this season, because this is obviously gonna be very different from a traditional Sentai season, and if we have unrealistically high expectations, it's gonna ruin our experience with watching the show when it finally comes out. I still think it would be nice if Haruna Sato appeared in Zenkaiger in some way. Anyway, that is all for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, I have nothing to do with Kuroninja.